Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's go ahead and do a Semiu Costest. So I did have some items that I bought, which were pants, a pleather crop top situation, and I have also bought this wig. And here's the thing with this wig, I have bought many wigs in the past, cheap cosplay wigs, but nothing has come in comparison to this, because not only, yes, it was a cheap wig, so you get what you pay for, but I've never had a wig with like an elastic band around the perimeter of the wig cap. Also, the hair was like crocheted into it. Now, I know that there are like crocheted wigs, but for something like this, it was a little bit off-putting because the hair was falling out. The hair is falling out. So trying to cut it or style it is going to be hard due to the fact that I know that the hair is going to fall out. Also, the wig cap, because it is crocheted, it does not give as much, so it's very snug on my head. And yes, you do want your wigs to be snug on your head, but this was kind of like a snug where it just was going to fit uncomfortably on my head. But we make do with what we got. Um, so here I'm kind of like playing around, and as you can see, the hair is falling out. But I'm trying to, like, I guess, pattern how I want the wig to look, because I am going to cut it and thin it on the sides, just to give a more tapered look that Semiu has. Because yes, she does have an afro, but I feel like the sides are a little bit more shorter than like the front and the back. Um, I am not a hairstylist. I am not a wig connoisseur. When I did cosplay wigs, I didn't do that much cutting and styling. So this was kind of like a trial and error for me. Now, I did do a little bit of cutting. I did do a little bit of trimming. It did not make that much of a difference. However, I do like the way it looks right now, and I don't want to make it worse than what it already is. Just because I don't want the elastic the elastic band. I don't want that to be seen. For what I'm looking at, it looks fine. So I don't want to cut the perimeter no more than I have to. But yeah, that being said, I am just going to do a little bit of cutting, do a little bit of trimming, just to kind of like shape it a little bit. And once I'm done with that, we'll just leave it the way it is. Now, I was planning on wearing this cosplay to a photo shoot in Shinjuku. I know I talked about it, and I know y'all have probably seen it on TikTok, this, that, and the third. It's the Shinjuku Ale, kind of like that famous spot where cosplayers go to take pictures. I was going to do that this month, but it cost $130 to go to that thing. I don't know about you, but I am not going to pay $132, which is, I don't know how much it would be in yen, but I don't want to pay that much. Maybe I will. I'll see what it's like in yen, but like paying $100 to go sit outside, of a window in Shinjuku. Yes, you're doing it for the experience, but also at the same time, I don't feel realistically that is money well spent, in my opinion. So I am going to probably find another place to take pictures for Semiu, because I do like the way the cosplay looks. You'll see at the end. And I also have plans for Semiu. The On her outfit, she has like that brown piece that also has the zipper. I don't think I'm gonna add the zipper because it doesn't really need the zipper. I am probably gonna do like a faux seam where that is. And then I'm going to add African fabric. You'll see it in the end. Because I was always the type of girl, always the type of cosplayer that would add African fabric to my cosplays because that just made it my cosplay. So I think that is what I'm going to do just to make it a little bit more unique. Now we are in Japan, so people might not understand it, but me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But this is the somewhat, I guess, finished look that I have for the wig, and I am going to add in the on. I'm going to add on, what are they called? Eyeglass chain. I'm going to add that to my glasses. Now this month, or in March, sorry, I am planning on buying new glasses, which are going to be similar to Semiu's. They're going to be gold rim glasses. So I did not buy fake glasses because I need new glasses. But this just kind of like it really had an awakening for me because I really like the way the chain looks. So it might just stay and be my new thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna put these on and kind of just do a full on test to see what we're dealing with as far as the chain, the glasses, the wig, the clothes, all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys in a different light. But this is what it looks like. I really do like how the gold just pops out along with the blonde wig. And this is like the full outfit. I got the top on and I also got the bottoms. Now, I know that the top was supposed to be kind of like a longer top and tuck into the pants, but I could not find a shirt that would work for that. So this is what I'm dealing with. And when I take pictures, you're honestly only going to see the front. So I'm not really worried about what happens in the back. um and this also could be a shirt that I'm just going to wear again. So I'm again, I'm not really worried about what happens in the back. The front specifically, I can definitely tuck it in and do a little bit of tailoring. Um, and as far as the pants at the bottom, they have like the drawstring that I could use to pick up the pants. I know hers are kind of like a capri style cargo pants, but I couldn't really find those. So I bought these and I'm just gonna hike them up to maybe mid calf or so, just to get the full look. And then as far as the shoes, you'll see them. As far as the shoes, there was an option to have shoes that were similar to what I wanted. But then there was an option to have another shoe that wasn't similar to Simiu's shoes. But and I decided to go for that one anyways. And I got that one because I was like, okay, Simiu shoes are nice, but I would not wear them again only for Simiu. So I decided to get the other ones because it looked, I can wear those again. You know, I can wear those again. And I don't want to buy shoes that I'm only going to wear for cosplay unless like it's for like a really big cosplay like the ones I'm doing next year. There is also, I got the black belt, but there's also a gold belt that she has, and I have gold waist beads, and I also have like a gold bracelets that I'm going to wear with this outfit. I just have to buy the sorry, not buy. I just have to get them and put them on. But this is just going to be like a basic cosplay test just to see what it all looks like and what all I have to add. And from what I'm looking at, I don't have to add much. But yeah, these are the shoes that I bought. And I thought that these were really cute. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get these instead. Um, I have to be very careful with these because they're very high and they don't have much they don't have much support. And I also have to do, maybe I'll have to do it, an extra black belt loop just so that the extra straps, the extra piece of the belt does not poke out because I don't really want it to do that. But it's not that much of an issue if I decide not to do it. But I really do like the way it looks just on me. And this was the African fabric, or this is the African fabric I am talking about. It matches very well with the pants. So I think that I am, instead of using a brown fabric, I'm going to use this fabric because it just, fits seemingly well with it. And then I also have to make and or buy the cleaners logo for her, what is it called, shirt. um and I have to get the gold belt. But that is the entire look, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.